12 days. 12 days, 1 week and a couple of days, and jury time. So I just talked to my lawyer yesterday, and I find out nothing I didn't really know, but we have to strategize, figure out what we're actually going to do when we walk in there. And one choice I have is to go in there and say I didn't do anything, and the other choice I have is to walk in without a defense and stay our ground and say, if you won't let me say I was a patient and was acting in accordance with the law, then there's not much I can say, and hope that the jury gets the message from the outside, from the news, from our support, from somehow maybe things getting introduced, even the prosecution's evidence that shows things that would tell an informed juror that this was a collective, that this was acting in accordance with the law. And of course hoping that at least one juror is going to have the integrity and the conscience and the moral compass to do the right thing. This whole battle is kind of a good versus evil battle, and people tell me all the time, stand your ground, and you're doing the right thing, and hold your head up high, and I do. I know it's right. I know I'm right. I know that this is a just and noble cause, and if only more people could know about this, then we could change it. And I know that every time somebody comes to me and shows me another story about somebody in North Dakota for 30 years on pot, or somebody in Oklahoma for 10 years on pot, or somebody just got convicted in Oregon, got 18 months for pot, it's like, we have to fight this. We have to stop this. This is complete madness. So we go into it. We're the David with a rock and a leather slingshot against this Goliath with all the money and all the resources and the guns and the jails and everything. All they got to do is kind of push you over and you fall. But we've got this one Achilles heel, this one shot, and that's called the truth. We have the truth on our side here, and the reality is no one should go to jail for a plant. And I have people that come up to me, and this is the good versus evil thing, and I believe that as we're getting closer to this, some of my strongest allies are their lives are collapsing around them, and I believe that there are forces of evil out there. And I'm a very spiritual person. I believe very strongly in God, and however that manifests to you is fine. But the reality is, I believe there's good, and I believe there's evil, and I believe it's clear what side of this we're standing on. And when I notice that as we're getting right up to the battle lines, and some of my dearest friends and staunchest supporters are having horrible calamities, personal problems in their lives and finances, and everything's just sort of being attacked, I have to say, wow, that the enemy's scared. The enemy's scared of us. These few people, these few warriors willing to risk it all. Things like this are happening right now, and as we're getting closer and closer, it's like all the stupid things that could go wrong are going wrong. And my lawyer's calling me up saying I need a payment, and I have no money to pay him with. So I'm going to go into his office today. I'm going to hand him a check, and I'm going to put whatever money I have in the bank and hope that it covers. I'm going to do all the things I can to raise money to pay my bills, and with this battle, it takes everything we've got and so much more. And I know that if everybody kicked in together and stood together, we could just knock this thing over like crazy. But I have to keep panhandling. I have to keep going out there and humbling myself and sticking my hand out with a little tin cup going, please sir, could you spare a nickel? And that's the reality. I have to do that, because the other choice is I walk in without a lawyer. Now, I've already said this. I'll go in there without a lawyer. I got truth on my side. And if I have to, you know what, fuck them. I won't even ask for a public defender. I'll just say, you know what, I'll just do this myself. Because I know that if I can get the people behind me and the jury to look in my eyes and to see these people that stand behind, and the truth will shine through. It has to. This is the miracle that has to happen. To all you that are standing by my side, you know what, hang in there. We're going to get through this. You know, even Chimp says it's okay. We're going to get through this. We're going to make this, you know, this ragtag army of, you know, broke, tired, you're meek, and you're all of those things that are supposed to inherit the earth and all that good stuff. I think it's going to happen. I really do. I wouldn't be fighting this battle if it wasn't a worthwhile battle to fight. And together we can do this. And, you know, this goes out to all of our brothers and sisters in Washington that's being assaulted by the feds right now. And, you know, a special message to those of you who believe that storefronts are illegal. This is not about storefronts. This is about right and wrong. And the right is no one should go to jail for a plant, ever. And the wrong is, if your premise is that the law is the law, then go to the feds. You know, ask them about what they think about this. We're all illegal in the eyes of the feds. So we all need to stand together for the preservation of our rights and our liberties and our ability to use this amazing plant to heal ourselves and each other.